sometimes in business you need to be a bit brave. You have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in your model. You have to speak to the people who vote with their feet every year when they renew with us.
Get Radio Breakfast with Rich Smith.
Really pleased to be catching up with Cathy Dunbabin now, the MD of Opendoorz. Cathy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Rich. What a wet and windy one.
Yeah, and nearly not even that this morning with everything going on in the background behind us. Blimey. But yeah. Well, look, brighten our day up with an incredible story. I actually want to sort of take people back a little bit. If people don't know Opendoorz, I mean, why wouldn't they? Just take us back a little bit and just explain the fantastic networking group that is Opendoorz.
Thank you. Well, Opendoorz launched now nearly 15 years ago, Rich, actually in Oxfordshire. Wow. And when we launched, we were really aiming to offer something to business owners, partners, directors who wanted that ability to collaborate, to support one another, to learn from one another, kind of that boardroom feel, really. So we set out with our first group, invited some amazing members to come and have a look. They joined us, thankfully. And then it really snowballed. And our model, or the way we grew, which became our model, I guess, was to pop a second group up quite close by, because for us, we really believe then you didn't just get the benefit of the group you were in, but you had a neighbouring group that you could also collaborate with, develop relationships, partnerships with those members too. So our model kind of evolved in that vein. So predominantly, we've always been across the whole of Oxfordshire. We have 9 groups across Oxfordshire. And we've kind of reached out now to sort of all of the areas of Oxfordshire, sort of north, south, west, and east.
Yeah, and in that time, sort of just before we get onto the wonderful and great news, seeing that the collaboration, seeing people work together, seeing people help out, because that's essentially what it is networking is. When it's boiled down to its kind of element state, it's about kind of presenting what you do in front of people that may actually need you, that may actually want you, that may actually big you up, that may actually kind of turn on you. It's not going to be every day, but there'll be a point where you go, I need that service from that business, and I know X person who does that. And seeing that all that collaboration over the many years that you've done it, you must have seen some incredible things happen.
Do you know, absolutely, Rich, and it is fundamentally what networking is. And it always saddens me when I hear people who say networking doesn't work, it didn't work for them. I would challenge they just perhaps were in the wrong room for them, the wrong arena, because you're absolutely right. And I'll probably take it to a bit further than you said, that, when it pops into your head that you need somebody, I think when you have a true collaborative network around you, that they actually become great advocates, and they are introducing you to many other people. I mean, there's very obvious introductions, I provide you a service, you are also going to need this service as part of the requirement, and I can introduce you. But actually what we see goes way beyond that. People they spend time together, they really get to know each other, they offer up some amazing advice to one another, and they just want to see everybody do well. And I think that's the community. I don't particularly like the word community, I'm not quite sure why I don't, but that is the community, that is the bond, that is the the collaborative nature of good networkers. They will go up and beyond for you if you're looking a bit down. And let's face it, in business, it's there's a lot of amazing things about business, but there are times when it gets tough. So to know you have people there who are gunning for you in a positive way, who want to just be there, pick up the phone to you. It can be lonely when you're heading up a business, and over 15 years we've seen lots happen in in the world of business, changes in government, changes in all sorts of things that really impact on business. And at the end of the day, business owners just want to offer their service, the thing they're passionate about, and they want to do it to the best of their abilities.
No, for sure. And now, the reason why we're chatting to you now, a great good news story,
Yeah.
is the expansion.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, yes, as I say, we evolved the model probably a little bit by chance in the way that we developed Opendoorz, and in doing that, we saw all the benefits of that community feel, the groups being closer together. And a couple of years ago, we had some interest in Cheltenham, so we launched a Cheltenham group. And then we launched a second group in the area out in Lower Slaughter. But what we realised was that although they could interact in all the same ways, they were just that little bit further. So we considered whether we put another group out there with them. But actually, sometimes in business, you need to be a bit brave. You have to trust in yourself. You have to trust in your model. You have to speak to the people who vote with their feet every year when they renew with us, and they're telling us that this has made such a difference to my business. It is the reason my business is where it is. And you think, okay, what we need to do now is recreate Oxfordshire in Gloucestershire. So that's we literally, Kate, Caroline and I literally sat down and said, let's have a look at creating Oxfordshire, because it will benefit the members that are in our existing groups there. And the other thing for us, Rich, was we realised we have a group on that meets in Minster Lovell, and they're kind of on the outskirts of both Oxfordshire and tippling into Gloucestershire. So, they're in a beautiful position of being a gateway group for us. So, it just seems seamless that we have now Gloucestershire, we have that group as our gateway group, and then we have everything that we already have in Oxfordshire.
No, it seems that almost like the lines between sort of Oxfordshire, Gloucestershire, Cotswolds, if I sort of throw that in, are forever getting blurred, and obviously the impact of things like Clarkson's Farm, for example, and the influx of vice presidents coming to visit the area, and it seems that we're sort of I don't know, reclaiming bits of that area. So it makes logical sense to kind of spread your wings in the areas that you just mentioned.
Yeah, no, it really does. There's some amazing. I mean, Cotswold's a very beautiful place. Gloucestershire is a very beautiful county. So there's a lot of business. There's vibrant hubs. It just made sense. We had a lot of success when we moved into Cheltenham initially. We had people then, because within our groups we only go to 20 people and can only have one per profession. So particularly some of the more popular professions for a business network, they couldn't access a group. So we were building a waiting list of people. But yeah, I'm just so excited that we have taken the opportunity to go bigger. I mean, sometimes in business it is big girl pants on, and do you really believe in it? And yeah, I just think companies have had a tough old time of it, and actually to give something that is of value to more people in that area. Yeah, it's time. It is time, Rich.
No, absolutely is, and we're kind of lucky enough because the way the radio gods look, and by luck more than judgment, that you can pick us up all the way to Cheltenham. You shouldn't really be able to.
I know,
but you shouldn't really be able to. But that's not our problem.
Hey.
So if people are listening now, maybe doing that trek on the A40, going past Burford and what have you, and they're kind of their ears have been pricks and going, wow, okay, this is fantastic. Where can people find out a little bit more information?
So literally just go to our website, which is opendoors.biz, and just contact us through the website. Or if you know a member of Opendoorz, have a chat with them, Rich. I mean, they are the best people to tell you what Opendoorz does for them. But we have a launch event on October the 2nd. And we are anticipating having the full 100 people there. So,
Brilliant.
it will be for potential potential members of Gloucestershire. So long as you are a business owner, partner, director of an established business, or at least 12 months under your belt, then drop us the contact on the website, and we'll pick that up and we'll get you along to that event if we possibly can.
Well, fantastic. A great news story for a local business expanding as well, which is all wonderful and great news. Cathy, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
No, thank you. And honestly, Rich, thanks to Get Radio for the support we've had over the years. It's, it's lovely to work with you guys too.
No, and long may that continue. Thanks ever so much.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Rich. Bye.
Cathy Dunbabin there, the MD of Opendoorz here in Oxfordshire, and as you just heard, expanding into the Gloucestershire area as well, which is great news. Shows success. We like that a lot.